What's good, Charm City crew? This is Matt representing the soul of the city here at Charm City Run, and we have got a brand new shoe to charm your socks off. First things first, it's 2022, run far and raise the bar. And I would like to start off by congratulating Hillary from Baltimore. Congratulations, Hillary, you have won last month's free shoe giveaway. You're going to be receiving a free pair of Under Armour Flow Velocity Wind shoes. We'll be contacting you shortly for that shoe fitting. If you guys at home would like a chance to win a free pair of running shoes, keep watching to the end of the video. Until then, let's look at a shoe to charm your socks off. All right, this month's shoe to charm your socks off is the On CloudRunner. So this is going to be a stability shoe, but it has kind of a dynamic stability, and we'll get more into that later. This is going to be a really good daily trainer, probably a really great road shoe. I would use it for my mid-distance runs. Probably going to be more of a traditional road shoe. You can use it on some light trails and some light gravel paths, but not really my trail shoe of choice. The shoe does weigh in at 10.6 ounces for a men's size 9, so you know, not super cushy, not super lightweight, really there to just be your everyday dependable shoe. So just to get into this and to get into On a little bit more, let's break down the shoe from the bottom up. So, starting from the bottom here, we have On's carbonized rubber on their outsole there, help with a little bit of that grip. And then as you can see, you've got more of a fill-in to that valley, which is a little bit different for On shoes. If you've been in On shoes before, you know that they have a lot more of a gap between this middle part here where the speed board goes, along as breaking apart these cloud elements. And it used to feel like you're kind of striking the teeth of a gear as you'd roll to each piece individually. This feels a lot more like that traditional block of foam that you'll land on with some of your other brands. And I think that this is to not only avoid getting rocks in the shoe anymore, but it's also going to help incorporate those non-On runners into getting into an On type of shoe and incorporate all of that true On technology. So from there, we go into our midsole. And so this time around, you're used to On's Helion cushioning, which is a little bit heavier. It's a little bit firmer. This is going to be their zero gravity cloud tech, a little bit lighter, a little bit more plush, and you can see that those clouds are a little bit thicker. And then you can also see there we have our guide rails for our stability. And so those guide rails are going to be more of a reactive stability. So in comparison, you've got your On Cloud Flyer, which has their traditional stability of having that really built up heel counter there. That's more of a proactive stability. So whether you overpronate or not, that is going to really secure the heel and lock it down to make sure that it is not going to be moving anywhere, whereas those guide rails are going to kind of catch you when you fall. So if you are someone who is a neutral gait, the guide rails will be a lot more appealing to you, as they will kind of allow you to move as your foot would like to move. The Flyer is definitely more for those definite overpronators. It's going to keep you locked in place. Neutral gaits can use this shoe, but they would be happier with some other models. This is really going to incorporate both types of gaits. Also, in sticking with talking about some of that cloud technology, if you're ever curious as to what an On shoe is meant for, you can always tell the distance or the purpose based on the shape and the number of clouds you have under your shoe. So first off, you have your cloud flow here, which actually has the most cloud elements, and you can see they're a lot smaller. So this is kind of the archetype of On. This is a medium weight, mid-cushion, neutral shoe, and it's got all those cloud elements there to actually increase the surface area, and it actually really makes for a nice smooth transition from step to step. From there, if we go to the Cloud Stratus here, the Cloud Stratus has kind of that honeycomb pattern on there, so these cloud elements actually work off one another, and it really gives an explosive kind of trampoline feel to the shoe. And then of course you have the Flyer in comparison to the Flow. This is going to be like your long distance marathon shoe with a little bit of that stability piece there. Those clouds are a lot flatter, further apart. That way you can run for a little bit longer. They don't have to be as explosive vertically, but they're just gonna get you there in the long run, because that's what you need, is just something to really move the pace along. You're not looking to be a high jumper in this shoe necessarily. And then you have the runner, which you can see those clouds are a lot thicker, a little more filled in. Gonna be more like your daily trainer, kind of a cross between these two types of clouds where there's a little bit more of them there. They're there to add a little bit of extra cushion, a little bit more for that daily run style. They want it to be softer, they want it to be lighter, and they don't necessarily want you to feel like you're just hitting that really hard Helion foam, which does lighten up after about a mile, but I would say the zero gravity is going to be your softer cushion if you're looking for an on shoe. Going to the top sole, I do really like that the top sole on this shoe is going to be a little bit more cushioned. This is actually a thicker mesh. It feels like it really wraps the foot nice and securely. You've also got more of a traditional lacing system in this shoe, whereas On Stability shoes typically have that star lacing there, thought to really lock down the top of the shoe. They went back to just a traditional style on this one, and I will say I do really like the direction that they're going and kind of keeping it simple up top, because there's so much technology that goes onto these shoes already that I'm kind of okay with them going away from the star lacing for this model, and this is a brand new model for them. We're gonna see how it goes. Again, this is really gonna be the shoe that gets people into On if they haven't been into an On shoe yet, because it combines the traditional view of more of your typical brands with some of the more innovative things that On is doing with their shoes. So with that, you also have some more overlays on top of this shoe that you'll notice you don't have in as much of the other On shoes. Those overlays are going to add a little more structure and stability to the top of the foot. I had to make sure to mention that because I've really liked that as well. That upper mesh feels very secure, but you also have some security in those overlays as well that keeps you locked down. So another great part about this shoe is both the heel, the laces, the tongue, and the sock liner that's inside are all 100% recycled in their polyester content. So if you want to talk about a green shoe, there you go. We love to see sustainability in shoes. We love to see that eco-friendly environmental impact, and I think it's a great step forward for the brand. This is a shoe that has a 9mm drop, which is a higher drop for On, but you know, comparing it to the rest of the field, not a bad drop for your daily trainer and good stability shoe. Price comes in at $140 retail, right in line with what your daily trainer would be with some of the other brands as well, so nothing too crazy there. And other shoes I would compare it to, probably the Brooks Adrenaline, the Ultra Provision, and the Nike Infinity React. At this point, I would love to kick it to our fellow Charm City crew member, Donovan. Donovan has been running in some On shoes before. I think he's really starting to love the brand, and I'm really interested to hear his take on these shoes. So, Donovan, I'm gonna kick it to you. Let's run it.
How you guys doing? I know some of y'all see me around the store. I'm Donovan, and I've had the pleasure of trying out these On CloudRunners, and a couple things that I like about them. One, the upper hugs my foot nice and snug. It's not too loose, not too tight. It's a nice kind of feeling for your foot. Then as you guys saw, I did a couple runs in it. It's very springy, very responsive. The clouds, it's a nice kind of roll to my foot, and it makes for a nice run. And then also I've had the pleasure of using them as I work. I'm standing around on my feet all day. Very cushioned, nice, comfortable shoe, and I think they did a good job with this. So back to you, Matt.
Thank you, Donovan, for that fantastic analysis. The On CloudRunner is the shoe to trim your socks off this month. Please let us know in the comments below if you and the CloudRunner will be soulmates. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe if you like these videos. And if you or someone that you know is looking for a new training shoe, please send them this video, have them check out the On CloudRunner. And before we go, we're going to be doing another free shoe giveaway. So for your chance to win a free pair of On shoes of your choice, all you've got to do is like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment below. Any feedback is good feedback. We'd love to hear your thoughts about the videos, about the On CloudRunner. Really looking forward to hearing from you, and I can't wait to see you in the comments, because that's how I can congratulate you, and that is how you're going to win the free pair of shoes. Until the next one, Charm City crew, live, give, run. That's the mantra. Let's run it.